What the frick did YouTube just do again? And yet another edition of how YouTube broke itself, this time publicly admitting how comments are now weaponized against your favorite creator, as of course they are bowing down and obliging not only to the mainstream media, but of course to their corporate overlords. And that's why in this video I specifically wanted to go over with what people are calling Adpocalypse 2.0, with all the latest updates, and of course how there is more to the story than what we are being told, and yeah, how things are not really looking good for everyone all around. And before the last bit of ad revenue is sipped up, don't forget to support us on teesprings.com/stores/wearechanged. Link will be in the description below, because hell, hooey, without you, yeah, we wouldn't exist here. Since, you know, the company that we all relied on to survive and sustain ourselves, and used to sustain ourselves economically pretty well, well, now, you know, they're not what they, used to be. And I think that's one way of saying and introducing this story of what's actually happening right now on the very platform that you're most likely watching this video on. Now, of course, the mainstream media is piling on and attacking YouTube right now in a what looks like coordinated attack, of course, with major advertisers like AT&T, Disney, Epic Games, that have publicly announced that they are stopping advertising with YouTube, mainly because of a campaign created by this YouTube creator, Matt's What Is It, and his YouTube video, a controversy predominantly started by this YouTube video, which has already garnered 2.4 million views, where Matt says he is, quote, publicly exposing a softcore pedo ring on YouTube, saying that within 5 clicks, especially with setting up a new account, he is able to find very disturbing content on the platform, as well as comments that trade links and context with each other, with, of course, very disturbing content, while the videos are monetized in some instances. Now, rightfully so, what was found here is definitely disturbing, to say the least, especially how YouTube's algorithm facilitates this kind of content, and even has some monetized. Now, this creator also called for a platform-wide advertising ban, with this creator advocating people to, of course, go out there and contact companies that have advertisements with YouTube and telling them to boycott the platform because of this problem. And allegedly, because of course there's a bigger story here that I will explain in just a little bit, this is why some major companies are publicly saying that they are dropping their ads from YouTube right now. Now, of course, this campaign has caused controversy and drama within the YouTube community, with fellow YouTuber Keemstar agreeing that this is a problem, but saying that this will, quote, ruin all of the YouTubers' livelihoods, sparking, of course, an adpocalypse. Keemstar also attacked this creator's past, highlighting previous videos of the user, which of course question his character. And I'm curious, where do you guys stand on this particular debate? Whether you're with Keemstar or you're with this, Matt? It is, guy. Tell me where you stand on this very specific issue that has been dividing, of course, this community. But regardless of this entire debate, YouTube, of course, is coming out with an extremely heavy-handed response, recently terminating 400 channels for hosting some of these comments, axing comments on millions of videos, and of course restricting monetization in a major sweeping effort. Now, it's important to note here, what's happening here has been something that a lot of people in the YouTube community, myself and other creators, especially Philip DeFranco, have been warning about for years now, saying, hey, YouTube, you guys have a major problem with a lot of disturbing content on your platform that you are completely, many times, have been ignoring, while, of course, prioritizing other forms of censorship, algorithm changes, of course, against political ideologies and political viewpoints that they disagreed with, mainly viewpoints that question the narratives pushed on by the establishment. Independent media has been warning YouTube about this abusive content for years now. And yet again, time and time again, YouTube decides to prioritize other issues, a lot of times alternative media, from of course asking serious questions or sometimes speculating on them, which again, everyone does, but YouTube decides to punish small creators and not, of course, the mainstream media that does the same thing. They speculate on things. I mean, for frick's sakes, CNN was talking about the possibility of a black hole bringing down an airplane before, and yet again, they have special contracts and agreements with people like CNN, and they, of course, are pushed forward, artificially manipulating the algorithm to, of course, feed you that information first, rather than other people who may have other theories, but are small-time players in this field. That's what YouTube prioritizes in their media landscape. And when for years now, a lot of creators are saying, this is a major problem, this is a major problem, and they don't do anything about it, it looks really, really bad. And hey, this is not an easy problem to solve, especially on a major platform with so many people using it, with so many people uploading videos. But the prioritization of this problem is the key issue here that needs to be addressed, as well as YouTube's heavy-handed approach, which again, if they're going after the actual perpetrators of these crimes, yes, it's definitely understood. It's definitely needed and long overdue. But when it affects innocent people and their livelihood, there's another issue that does need to be discussed here. And this looks like it's happening with what YouTube is publicly announcing, saying specifically on their Team YouTube Twitter account, saying specifically that, quote, inappropriate comments could result in your video receiving limited or no ads. Yellow icon. Period. Let us know if you have any questions. And this is the big issue here, because essentially YouTube just announced that the comment sections are now ultimately weaponized and could be used against a creator that you dislike. Or if you're a troll and you want to hurt someone financially or dislike someone for maybe political reasons or any other reasons, now all you have to do is leave inappropriate comments on the person you want to attack under their videos, and boom, their channels are demonetized, which definitely makes it seem like YouTube is thinking of any excuse to demonetize people, which of course is going to lead to the system being abused. And of course, that's just going to hurt everyone all around and not really deal with this kind of bigger issue and this bigger problem here that is being addressed here. Now, another issue that I think is important to bring up during this entire controversy that everyone's talking about right now is the very fact that a lot of these advertisers who are making these public statements, honestly, it's a very hard sell to believe that they are doing this out of moral issues, which of course they're not. Mega corporations make actions because of profits. And just like we've seen before with the previous Adpocalypse, the companies who say that they're going to leave because of this supposed moral outrage, how dare YouTube allow something like this to happen? We are leaving. Those companies come back. Just like we saw with AT&T that promised to leave the platform after supposed disturbing hate speech and violent extremism on the platform. And then boom, they came back to advertise on the platform. Because we live in a changing technological media market that is advancing, with traditional TV advertising dying out and online marketing now driving the majority of money coming from these companies. A lot of the companies that serve a board of directors, some of them interlacent with other media companies and conglomerates that do benefit when their competitors are squashed. Who's their competitors? Alternative, independent, small-time creators who are taking their livelihoods away by doing their job better than they are in the entertainment industry especially. And this is why we're seeing such a huge backlash, especially for the mainstream media calling for the onset of this Adpocalypse 2.0, while of course YouTube is bowing on their behests and not only screwing themselves but all the other creators that made YouTube what it is. And that sucks, because rightfully, both sides suck here, in my opinion. And independent creators are stuck here in the middle being like, wow, having nowhere to go because everywhere we go, we're going to step in crap and get more crap because of it. Especially in a time where independent media is more important than ever, more voices more than ever, because of a world filled with distraction and false narratives pushed on us, with of course hyperbolic race baiting and a divide and conquer agenda that is meant to set the American people against each other. I mean, look at these voices that are being promoted by not only this corporatocracy but by YouTube and all these establishment social media giants now. Agencies like Newsweek. This is what Reuters, this is the top news of Reuters. A dog licking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. This is supposedly news. But look at Newsweek here and how they choose to report on two specific incidences, violent incidences, to of course promote a bigger agenda here. Saying one is an alleged attack, alleged, which means a claim with no proof, even though there's video saying that this allegedly happened, while of course another incident without any investigation, without any fact checking, is just stated as fact here. We're living in an extremely dangerous world that is becoming more dangerous because of this duopoly system between the mainstream media and of course the big tech mega giants that are perpetrating this. And I think it should be clear that a lot of what's happening is happening on purpose to, of course, engineer a specific result that mutually benefits all of those parties. Now, again, hey, that's just my hypothesis. What do you think? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know why, of course, in the comment section below. We always answer questions and comments within the first hour that a video's out, so make sure you click the subscribe button and, of course, also the notification button to hear from us on a regular basis. We have videos almost every single day, videos created for you for free because, of course, your support through donations or sometimes just buying a t-shirt. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget to support us, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here, and that's why I love you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on youtube.com/we are change.